Now let's go on to the updated details of the tensions that is prevailing between India and Pakistan and what is the stance that India is taking. As of April 25, 2025, tensions between India and Pakistan have escalated sharply following a deadly terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Indian administrated Kashmir on 22nd. The attack, which resulted in the deaths of 26 individuals, 25 Indian tourists and one Nepalese national, is deadliest such incident in the region in almost 3 decades. Following the Pahalgam massacre, which claimed 26 lives, India has unveiled a comprehensive 7-point action plan against Pakistan. Pakistan Prime Minister has responded through his diplomatic ministers, and here in India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi described the attack as a direct assault on India's peace and progress, vowing to hunt down and punish every terrorist and their backers. The action plan covers various measures, including stringent steps regarding visas, water sharing and heightened security measures, all aimed at putting pressure on Pakistan to curb cross-border terrorism. The attack carried out in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam sparked outrage across the nation, leading to these decisive actions against Pakistan. Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, called all the state chief ministers on Friday and told them that to confirm that Pakistani nationals leave India by the deadline, according to the sources. India announced on April 27 that all visas granted to Pakistani nationals would be revoked in the wake of Tuesday's deadly terrorist incident in Pahalgam, which claimed 26 lives, mostly tourists. Indian citizens living in Pakistan were also urged to return immediately. According to reports, the Home Minister reportedly spoke with the Chief Minister of each state directly, stressing the significance of implementing the departure deadline of Pakistani citizens. India on Thursday formally notified Pakistan of its decision to suspend the Indus Waters Treaty with immediate effect. Following the recent terror attack in Pahalgam, the notification sent through formal letter from India's Water Resources Secretary Devotional Mukherjee to her Pakistani counterpart Syed Ali Muttaza stated that Pakistan had violated the treaty's conditions due to sustained cross-border terrorism targeting Jammu and Kashmir. India's move is in response to the escalating security concern along the border and is aimed at ensuring the safety and security of its citizens. The letter emphasized the need for upholding international agreement in light of such violations. India has even expelled Pakistani diplomats, suspended all visa services for Pakistani nationals, and closed the Atari-Wagah border crossing. Even after the deadly terrorist attack, infiltration is continuing along the LOC. And today, massive firing was reported from Pakistani's posts along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Bandipur region, leading to an ongoing exchange of fire between Indian and Pakistani forces. India has effectively retaliated to the firing, though no casualties have been reported on the Indian side. In response to the escalating situation, the house of a local terrorist involved in Pahalgam terror attack has been demolished as a part of India's intensified efforts against militants. The fight back against the terrorists responsible for the Pahalgam attack is gaining momentum, with significant actions taken to neutralize the threat. Additionally, 2 police officers were injured in cross-firing during the ongoing clash. Terrorist Adil, who played a key role in plotting the attack, continues to be a primary target of security operations. Meanwhile, there has been heightened air activity in the Pakistan's airspace, with increased activity noted in the Kamra Air Base, signaling possible military mobilization in the response to the tensions along the LOC. The house of terrorist Asif Sheikh, who was allegedly involved in the Pahalgam terror attack that claimed down 26 lives, was blown up in Jammu and Kashmir's Tral. This action is a part of an ongoing crackdown on militants responsible for the attack. The explosion of Sheikh's house is a targeted effort by security forces to neutralize the threat posed by terrorists in the region. While the authorities have not provided further details on the operation, it is considered a significant step in dismantling the militant network linked to the attack. Additionally, terrorist Adil, who played a crucial role in plotting and orchestrating the attack, also faced decisive action, with his house being destroyed by security forces. This operation is a part of India's broader strategy to neutralize militants and send a strong message against terrorism, aiming to eliminate the threat posted by individuals like Adil who are responsible for planning, executing such attacks. Indian forces have conducted operations against the suspected militants in Pahalgam and other areas. Indian Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi visited Srinagar to review security arrangements along the line of control. Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi has visited Jammu and Kashmir, where he is briefed by the 15th Corps Commander on the prevailing security situation. According to Army officials, the briefing includes details on ongoing operations by Indian Army formations against terrorists operating within the Indian territory, as well as the Pakistani Army recent attempts to violate the ceasefire along the line of control. The visit underscores the Army's continued focusing on maintaining vigilance and operational readiness in the region. While India is continuing to mount the pressure on Pakistan in all the ways, both in diplomatic, physical, and even the most important attack which has never had taken place is the breach of the Indus Water Treaty. In response to the recent Pahalgam terror attack, India has suspended the Indus Water Treaty with Pakistan. The significant move makes a shift in India's approach to water sharing agreements amidst rising tensions. Visuals have emerged from the Salal hydroelectric projects, which is built on the Chenab River in the Raisi district of Jammu and Kashmir, highlighting the strategic importance of India's hydro infrastructure in the region. As we all know that Indus Water Treaty has signed in the year 1960 by the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, paving the way to the peaceful division of the Indus treaties. But frankly speaking, this particular treaty is a boon to Pakistan but have become a curse to India. Why? Because the population of India has increased drastically, but the amount of the water that is given to the Indian part of the Sindhu and its tributary rivers is not becoming sufficient. The main state that is getting affected is Jammu and Kashmir itself. Why? Because the population in Jammu and Kashmir has increased drastically, and on the other hand, the agricultural dependence on Jammu and Kashmir is also increasing. No other industry has come to Jammu and Kashmir in these 75 years. Almost 70% of the people in Jammu and Kashmir are still dependent on the agriculture, and the Indus and its subsidiary rivers are the only source for the Jammu and Kashmir. And even the hydroelectric power is also needed much more, because the demand of electricity is also becoming more and more. Apart from Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab and even Rajasthan also getting affected with this over liberal approach of India all these years to the Pakistan. Why? Because most of the Pakistan is dependent on Indus and its subsidiary river on its side, while India is not utilizing the share on its side. In Pakistan's lifeline is Indus River.
The Indian announcement to hold the Indus water treaty
breaching this particular treaty is a hit on the Pakistan's backbone. And Pakistan has said that India's move to suspend the Indus water treaty is a violation of international law, and said that any attempt to divert the water would be treated as an act of war. Yes, Pakistan has accepted that this is an act of war which is signed by India. Shahwat Ali Khan, a spokesperson for Pakistan's foreign ministry, said that 1960 World Bank brokered pact has no unilateral exit clause, calling water a vital national interest for 240 million Pakistanis, and said that any breach could raise the water war or even the direct war.
Contains no provision for unilateral suspension. Water is a vital national interest of Pakistan, a lifeline for its 240 million people, and its availability will be safeguarded at all costs. Any attempt to stop or divert the flow of water belonging to Pakistan as per the Indus Water Treaty and the usurpation of the rights of lower riparian will be considered as an act of war and responded with full force across the complete spectrum of national power. Pakistan shall close down the Wagah border post with immediate effect. All cross-border transit from India through this route shall be suspended without exception. Those who have crossed with valid endorsement may return through that route immediately, but not later than 30th April 2025. Pakistan suspends all visas under SAARC visa exemption scheme issued to all Indian nationals and deems them cancelled with immediate effect, with the exception of Sikh religious pilgrims. Indian nationals currently in Pakistan under SAARC visa.
Economically also, both the nations are facing the trial. Why? Because both the nations are getting affected economically, but India's strong foundation of economy is not that much getting affected, whereas Pakistan's economy is getting plunged day by day because of the sanctions that are being made by India. And even international platform also, every country has unilaterally supported India and said that this particular terrorism cannot be accepted. Openly, United States and today even United Kingdom also openly said that India will be given its support. India will be given its friendship ties, and they have openly publicly criticized that Pakistan's favor to the terrorism. After the United States, now Pakistan is even facing international condemnation from the UK Parliament over the brutal Pahalgam terror attack that claimed the lives of 26 innocent civilians. British Conservative MP Bob Blackman issued a powerful statement in the House of Commons, calling the attack a deliberate targeting of Hindu pilgrims and directly blaming Pakistani government and military for supporting terror outfits like Lashkar-e-Taiba.
Wherever they may. This terrorist outrage singling out people who are Hindu and indeed I understand Christians as well. It demonstrates these people have hatred for people because of their religion. They cannot be tolerated.
And Mr. All, the latest update is from the Jammu Kashmir Chief Minister. Just recently, just as a flash, we have received the update that Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah condemned the terror attack in Pahalgam and asserted that government stands firmly against such acts of violence and will not support them in the future. And during the meeting, Abdullah mentioned that several suggestions were shared which will be focused on moving forward. He also highlighted that Home Minister has decided to implement preventive measures to ensure the safety and security of Kashmiri students and traders.
Government of India has taken some steps as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. Let's be honest, we have never been in favor of the Indus Water Treaty. We have always believed that the Indus Water Treaty has been the most unfair document to the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Now what the medium to long term implications of this are, that's something we will have to wait to see. मैं तमाम जो इस मीटिंग में जिन हजरात ने हिस्सा लिया उनका शुक्रिया करता हूं कि एक तो बहुत कम नोटिस पे आए और दूसरा उन्होंने खुले अल्फाजों में ये कहा कि जो ये हमला हुआ ये हमारे लिए नहीं था. It was not in our name.
And thus the day is continuing with India's warnings and Pakistan waggings, India's mounting pressure and Pakistan reciprocating just by cat blows is continuing hour by hour and minute by minute. Where it will be leading and to what extent it will mount, we have to wait and watch. Till then, keep watching CVR News English.